beyond the comfortable edges of who you are. Growth never comes from comfort. It is born in the fires you dare to walk through. That's life appreciation lesson number 3. We often long for success, whispering dreams into the silence of the night, hoping that somehow, someday, they will come to pass. But we forget, or maybe we choose to ignore, that the path to those dreams is not smooth, not gentle, not easy. It is filled with moments that shake us, break us, and call us to rise again and again. And that, beloved, is not punishment. That is preparation. That is the real soil where your greatness begins to bloom. When life keeps you comfortable, it keeps you the same. You wake up in the same place with the same thoughts, the same habits, the same excuses, and slowly, without even knowing it, you stop reaching, you stop believing, you stop becoming. Comfort is not the enemy, but it is not your teacher. It doesn't stretch you. It doesn't provoke the hidden things in you to rise. But a challenge it comes like fire. It shows up at your door unannounced, and it does not knock politely. It shakes the walls, rattles the floor, and demands that you meet yourself in a way you never have before. You grow when you are tested. You grow when you are pressed. You grow when you look fear in the eye and say, "Still I move." Not because you're fearless, but because you refuse to be ruled by fear. That fire, that uncomfortable, uncertain, heart-racing fire, is what molds you into more than you thought you could be. It is what pulls out the warrior, the artist, the lover, the leader, the dreamer inside you. The truth is, if you wait for the perfect moment, you will wait forever. There is no easy time to grow, no painless way to stretch, but there is a powerful reward on the other side, and that reward is not just the dream you're chasing, but the version of you that rises to catch it. That version of you does not live in the land of ease. That version of you is born in the climb, in the stumble, in the stand back up. When you choose to challenge yourself, when you willingly walk toward the unknown, when you say yes to the thing that scares you but calls you, you are telling the world, "I am not afraid to become who I was born to be." You are choosing the fire, not to burn you, but to refine you. And there will be days when you want to quit, when you wonder if it's even worth it. But hold fast to this truth. Growth is not loud or fast or always visible. Sometimes it is silent and sacred. Sometimes it's just showing up again and again until one day, without even realizing it, you've become the kind of person who doesn't give up. The kind of person who no longer breaks beneath pressure, but uses it to rise higher. You were never meant to stay the same. You were built to evolve. So if life feels hard, if the fire is burning hot, know this: you are being shaped. You are being stretched. You are being prepared. And you will emerge stronger, brighter, more powerful than you ever imagined. Keep going. The fire will not destroy you. It will reveal you. Each challenge you embrace is a step closer to the extraordinary life waiting for you. There's something sacred about the moment you say yes to the hard thing, not because you're sure of the outcome, not because it's easy, but because something inside you knows it's time. Time to stop hiding. Time to stop settling. Time to stop waiting on life to hand you what it only gives to those who rise and reach for it. Every challenge, every mountain that seems too tall, every door that feels too heavy to push open, each one is a silent invitation to step closer to the life your spirit has always longed for. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to take the next step. Because the extraordinary, the beautiful, breathtaking, fulfilling life you dream of, it doesn't exist at the beginning of the road. It meets you on the way. It unfolds, one brave moment at a time. Every time you choose growth over fear, faith over doubt, action over hesitation, when you challenge yourself, when you lean into the discomfort, when you stop asking, "What if I fail?" and start asking, "What if I fly?" that's where transformation begins. We often think greatness belongs to the chosen few, but the truth is, it belongs to those who choose it. Those who show up when it's hard. Those who keep going when the applause is silent. Those who keep believing when the vision is still blurry. The extraordinary life is not a stroke of luck. It's a result of repeatedly answering the call to be more, do more, and become more, even when it would be easier to stay still. Each time you face a challenge, you are laying another brick in the foundation of the life you are building. It doesn't matter if you stumble. It doesn't matter if you fall. What matters is that you got up and moved forward. Forward is the direction of destiny. And even the smallest step taken in courage is greater than the grandest plan never acted on. The world tries to sell you shortcuts, quick fixes, easy wins. But nothing truly meaningful comes without effort. Nothing lasting is built without sweat and strength and a willingness to press through. And so, when the path gets hard, let that be a signal not to quit, but to dig deeper. Let it remind you that this moment, this struggle, this climb is proof that you're walking towards something worthwhile. You're not alone on this road. Every soul that has ever risen from ordinary to extraordinary has walked through fire. They have doubted, they have feared, but they have chosen over and over again to keep showing up. That choice is what makes the difference. Not perfection, but persistence. Not comfort, but courage. So keep saying yes to the challenge. Keep stepping toward what stretches you. You may not see it now, but you are not just surviving, you are transforming. You are building a life that will one day stand as proof of what is possible when a person dares to believe that they are meant for more. This life you dream of is not far away. It's not locked behind luck or talent or timing. It's built step by step. In the moments you dare to challenge yourself and keep walking anyway. Keep going. You're closer than you think. The edge of fear is where the miracle of your becoming begins. There comes a point, often quietly and without warning, when you find yourself standing at the edge. It doesn't always look like a cliff or a crisis. Sometimes it's a decision, a moment of silence, a chance to speak, or an opportunity to rise. That edge, beloved, is not just a boundary, it's a beginning. Fear tries to dress it as danger, as failure waiting to happen, but look again. That edge is the place where the true version of you is waiting, hand outstretched, whispering, "Come, it's time." We are taught to avoid fear, to steer around it, to wait until it passes. But what no one tells you is that fear doesn't leave until you walk through it. It doesn't disappear until you face it. And what lies on the other side is not discovery. The miracle isn't that you survived the fear. The miracle is that in moving through it, you finally meet yourself. And not the version you've rehearsed or hidden or filtered for the world, but the raw, honest, powerful self that only shows up when nothing is certain and everything is possible. You cannot become what you're meant to be if you only walk paths you've already walked. You cannot uncover your strength if you never reach beyond what's safe. The edge is not there to stop you. It's there to show you how far you've come and how much further you're capable of going. Every time you stand in front of fear and choose to move forward, you rewrite the story you've been told about your limits. Fear isn't the enemy. It's the signal. It's the flame at the border between who you were and who you are becoming. It shows up when your spirit knows there is more for you. It shows up when your soul is preparing to stretch. And yes, it shakes your hand, it speeds your heart, it fills your mind with questions. But it also clears the way. Because when you refuse to back down, when you step toward what you once thought you could not do, you begin to shine in ways you never have before. Don't let fear be the thing that defines you. Let it be the thing that refines you. Let it burn away the lies, the doubts, the smallness you've carried too long. Let it break open the door to a life that has been waiting patiently for you to show up and claim it. This is your moment. This is the edge, not a place to stop, but a place to leap. And maybe you don't feel ready. Maybe your voice shakes, your knees wobble, your mind protests. That's all right. Courage has never asked for perfection. It only asks that you begin. One step, one breath, one choice to believe that there is more to you than fear would have you think you are not here to play small. You are not here to hide. You are here to rise and rise again every time fear tells you to stay silent or still. Because when you push past fear, when you walk that edge, you don't just survive it. You change, you grow, you bloom. And in that blooming, you don't just find freedom, you become it. You do not find strength by waiting, you uncover it by moving through your struggles. There's a quiet lie we've been told, that time alone will make things better, that if we wait long enough, courage will find us, strength will rise on its own, and all the pieces will somehow fall into place. But the truth, the deep truth, is that strength is not found in stillness, it is found in motion. Not reckless motion, not mindless busyness, but brave, deliberate, soul-led movement through the hard things life places in front of us. Struggles do not come to destroy you, they come to reveal you. Every time you walk through something that shakes your ground, something that challenges your voice, something that forces you to lean on your own spirit, that is where your strength is unearthed. You do not become stronger by avoiding the weight, you become stronger by lifting it, even if your hands tremble and your breath is short. Too often, we think we must be strong before we begin. We wait to feel ready. We wait to feel fearless. We wait until our confidence arrives dressed in perfection. But strength doesn't come before the journey. It comes during, it comes because of the journey. The very act of stepping into the fire is what teaches your feet how to hold steady. The very process of facing discomfort is what teaches your voice how to stay calm when everything around you is shaking. You don't learn how to rise by reading about it. You learn by falling and deciding not to stay down. You learn by getting through the night you thought would break you. You learn by showing up on days when it would have been easier to quit. That's where the roots grow. That's where the foundation is laid, not in applause, not in ease, but in grit, in grace, in choosing to keep walking even when the light is faint and the road is long. There is power in perseverance. There is glory in struggle, not because struggle is beautiful, but because you are beautiful for refusing to let it define you. Every obstacle you move through chisels away the noise and carves out the raw truth of who you are. Every hardship you overcome becomes a chapter in your story, a story not of survival alone, but of becoming, evolving, transforming. Don't wait for life to be gentle before you start showing up fully. Show up even when your knees shake, even when your heart is heavy. There is no shame in being tired. There is no weakness in needing rest. But know this, strength is forged in the fire of effort. It rises in the places where you could have given up, but didn't. It gathers in the choices you make when no one is watching, in the tears you wipe quietly, in the breath you take before you keep going. You are already more powerful than you know, not because you haven't struggled, but because you have. And through every loss, every test, every uncertain step, you are still here, still trying, still standing. Strength is not something far away, waiting to be found. It is something inside you waiting to be awakened. And it stirs each time you say yes to the climb, yes to the discomfort, yes to the work of becoming who you were always meant to be. Keep moving, even through the hard. That's where your strength is waiting. Dreams are not achieved by wishing, but by challenging the limits you once thought defined you. It is a sweet thing to dream, to sit under the open sky and let your heart wander to places your feet have not yet touched. But dreaming alone is not enough. Dreams do not plant themselves. They do not water themselves. They do not climb the mountain for you. Wishing may open your eyes to the vision, but it is challenge hard, deliberate, relentless challenge that opens the door to making it real. Every person carrying a dream must first confront the invisible walls they have built around themselves. Walls made of fear, of doubt, of the voices that said, you can't. And the truth is, those walls don't fall by hoping. They don't crumble because you want them to. They fall because you lean into them, push against them, and refuse to accept them as the end of your story. The dreams you hold in your spirit are not there by accident. They are placed within you as seeds of possibility. But seeds must be broken open before they can bloom. They must be buried in dark, uncertain soil before they ever see the light. That breaking, that burying, that heart reaching upward, it mirrors the work your own soul must do. You must be willing to challenge what you once thought was your limit. You must be willing to stretch beyond the safe borders of what is familiar. Dreams are demanding companions. They ask for your bravery when fear whispers otherwise. They ask for your persistence when every door seems closed. They ask you to believe when evidence is scarce. And the moment you step into that place, the moment you challenge the lie that says you are not enough, the moment you move toward what seems impossible, that is when the dream begins to stir, begins to breathe, begins to move with you. You will be tempted to play small. You will be told to stay where it's safe. But remember, no one builds a mighty life by staying inside the lines drawn by fear. No one creates anything beautiful by shrinking from their own calling. The dream demands you to be bigger than the box you were handed. It demands you to outgrow the names, the labels, the doubts that have been placed upon you by a world too afraid to dream for itself. The beauty of challenging your limits is not just that you might achieve your dream, but that you will become someone who no longer fears the stretch. Someone who is at home with the unknown. Someone who understands that life isn't about avoiding the struggle, it's about daring to dance with it. Every step you take beyond what you thought you could do is a triumph. Every small act of courage builds a bridge to the life you've imagined. Do not despise the slow steps. Do not belittle the quiet victories. They are the stones that pave your way to a future so bright, so full, so real, it will take your breath away. So challenge yourself. Rise higher. Dare to believe that the walls you see are only there to be climbed. Your dreams are waiting not for the perfect time, but for your brave move. Keep daring. Your dream is counting on you. Every time you dare to stretch beyond what you know, you honor the vastness of your own spirit. There is a vastness within you that the world has not yet seen, a depth of strength, of wisdom, of fire and tenderness woven together in a way that only you carry. And every time you stretch, every time you reach beyond the familiar, you pull a little more of that greatness into the light. You do not honor your spirit by playing small, by shrinking to fit into spaces that no longer nurture you. You honor it by daring, by leaning into the unknown with open hands and a steady heart. Growth is a reaching thing. It is an aching, stretching, beautiful defiance against the voice that says, stay where it's safe. You stretch when you say yes to new beginnings. You stretch when you stand firm in the middle of uncertainty. You stretch when you refuse to let fear be the final word over your life. And with every stretch, with every uncomfortable, trembling step, you awaken something ancient inside you, a remembering that you were never meant to live a life of half light, half dreams, half hope. You were made for more. But the vastness of your spirit will not be handed to you. It will not be unlocked by waiting or wishing or even by being seen by others. It is revealed in the doing, in the hard work of challenging your patterns, your limits, your own small stories about who you think you are. It is revealed when you are willing to be a beginner again, willing to stumble, willing to try and fall and try again. Translating beyond what you know is not a denial of who you are. It is a declaration of all you have yet to become. It is standing in the middle of your doubt and declaring, I am more than this moment. I am more than this fear. I am more than this smallness I have carried for too long. And that declaration, that fierce act of self-belief, changes everything. Do not fear the stretch. Do not shrink from the discomfort of reaching beyond the easy, the known, the familiar. Let it be a sacred tension, a holy ache that reminds you you are alive, you are moving, you are growing. Let it remind you that stagnation is a slow kind of death, and that every day you stretch is a day you choose life in its fullest, most vivid form. You will not always see the results right away. The stretch is often invisible. It is quiet work, tender work, a silent remodeling of the soul. But over time, you will look back and see how far you have come, how much wider your spirit has grown, how much stronger your voice has become, how much more fiercely and freely you walk in the world. This is how you honor yourself, not by staying who you were yesterday, not by holding on to old fears and worn-out dreams, but by becoming. By stepping forward even when your knees shake, even when your path is covered in fog, even when you are unsure. Every brave step is a testament to the vastness within you. Break step. Grow. Rise. Your spirit was never meant to be contained. Keep reaching. The life you were born for is reaching back for you. As you walk forward from this moment, remember that the life you long for, the dreams that burn quietly in your chest, are not distant stars too far to touch. They are waiting just beyond the next brave step you take. Every challenge you meet, every fear you face, every limit you stretch beyond is shaping you into the person you were always destined to become. Do not shrink back. Do not doubt the power that rises within you each time you dare to believe in more. You have everything you need already living inside of you. Courage, wisdom, resilience, and a spirit wide enough to hold every dream your heart can imagine. Trust it, honor it, walk boldly in it. The path may not always be easy, but oh, it will be worth it. Good luck on your journey. Keep daring, keep rising, and keep reaching for the life that was made with your name written all over it. Thank you, and may you forever walk in the light of your own becoming.